Hey YouTube, I'm back. I'm having a problem finding my videos, and I saw I kind of tried to research it, and I saw somewhere where it was saying that if you only had like one video, that it wouldn't search you or something. I don't know. So, I'm making another video tonight. Pretty much what I want to talk about in this video, it's going to be kind of short, but um, just the journey as far as my husband getting into the army. My husband had to drop weight to go into the army. He had to drop about, in total he dropped about 90 pounds, but for him, because he played football in high school, like he wasn't a big guy, but he was solid. He was very solid. He's always been bulky. So for him it was like he had the tone. So we finally got that done. That took like a year or so because we really wanted to, he did the healthy way. He didn't do like fad diets or nothing like that. I also lost weight myself. I lost about 30 pounds, but mine was nothing compared to his. I'm actually, while he is deployed, I'm going to try my hardest. I want to lose about 35 to 40 pounds while he's deployed, but I digress. Pretty much when he dropped the weight, he had already taken his ASVAB, and everything was fine with that. They gave him, I'm not gonna say his rank, I'm not gonna say his job, but they gave him a particular job. And my husband has what's called white coat syndrome. That's where you go to like the doctor, you get nervous and your pressure goes up. So when he went the first time to MEPS, his pressure was bad, so he had to go back to MEPS. Well, his pressure was bad, so they told him that he pretty much could go to his home doctor, like his normal physician, and he had to do a pressure test. That's where you go in consecutively. It was like 3 days for them to check his pressure, and the doctor and the nurse had to record it, and just show, okay, well, on a consistent basis, his pressure is fine. Which high blood pressure and things like that run in my husband's family. So he did that. So he went to MEPS for the second time. When he went to MEPS the second time, it had been 30 days from the first time, so they sent him home. So he had to schedule for a third time. He scheduled for the third time, and we were kind of aggravated the second time because like he had to take off work, and he was an electrician, so he had to take off work, and really didn't want to have to go through that. So he went the third time. The lady at the MEPS office, everything was fine. He was just about to sign his contract, and the lady asked him, as far as the MOS, which MOS is the equivalent of your job that you have in the Army. Y'all, I had to slap my wrap back on because I have like a little twist. My hair is twisted all over my head. Y'all don't want to see it. So he had to. She asked him, about his MOS, and like I said before, my husband was an electrician. He had been an electrician for some years, and the lady was like, okay, well, this is the MOS you have. Is this what you wanted? And yes, I guess you could say it was kind of our fault because we took the recruiter at his word. We didn't properly research it. But needless to say, they completely lied to my husband as far as the MOS that they had originally just set him up with. And even the lady at the MEPS office was like, she didn't even know, honestly, why they had even put him at the MOS because of his scores, his test scores. She was like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So like I said, I'm not going to put his rank or his his MOS. I'm just gonna say he's not like an E1, which is, basic starting off. He's not, but he pretty much she went through and she told him, she went over the different MOS types, and he pretty much picked what he wanted. It was something similar to electrician, something that he was already doing, working with like computers and things of that nature. Let's see. So that was the first thing. So, I will tell anybody, that if you are interested in going into the military, or you know someone that's interested, or you have like you're dating someone or a spouse, it can be a very, and this boat is time looking weird. It can be a very, rigorous journey. It can, like I said, from start to finish, my husband's journey, from him dropping weight to him actually signing his contract to actually leaving for basic, actually took a year and a half, almost 2 years. Because he decided that he was going into the military before we even got married, and on our second anniversary, he was already in AIT. So that shows you, that the journey was, was not a short one, but it's what he wanted. And I support him 100%. Like I said in my first video, don't have a problem with the military. It's a good life. It is what you make of it. I really feel like when you are going into the military, especially if you have like a long journey like my husband did, take your time and research the different MOSs that they have, because unfortunately the recruiters, they can be nice to you, because the recruiters with my husband were really nice, they were nice guys, but they try to pretty much, I don't want to say it, but it's pretty much like it's a quota, kind of, sort of, and they're pretty much trying to, make sure that they get their numbers and such. So they're going to, tell you whatever, whatever. And the first MOS that they had my husband going to, he was going to a completely different, he wasn't even going to the same place for basic training. His basic training was going to be completely different. I don't even think he was going to AIT. It was more of an infantry type of MOS, which, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm not putting, nobody down. There's nothing wrong with that. But, that's not what my husband was trying to sign up for. And, I feel like if you're somebody that's skilled and qualified for a particular MOS, then, your skill and your qualifications should speak for themselves. And you should be able to get that particular job. So make sure that you do take your time and research. Also, there is a book, they have it, Books A Million, ASVAB for Dummies. My husband did get that because, my husband had been out of high school and college for some years. And his original ASVAB that he took when he was in high school, they couldn't use it anymore. So he had to just kind of, do like a little refresher. It was kind of fun. He would do a little test, and I would kind of grade him. So that was pretty fun. That little time we had together. So the moral or the message in this particular video is make sure that you do research the MOS. If they tell you, okay, you go, and I'm just making some up, I don't even know if this is a real MOS, but if they tell you you're going to have 4 Tango, or, 25 Tango, or what have you, go look at it. You can put in www.army.com and look at it and read for yourself what the actual MOS is. But unfortunately, if you are watching this video, then, Well, maybe not. Maybe, you know, your boyfriend or spouse or girlfriend or spouse, well, the spouse, hasn't already signed papers. So that is something that's very important. Now, honestly, you know, no disrespect to anyone, but I really won't be able to give the point of view of a girlfriend or a fiance throughout my videos, because my husband and I were already married for a year and a half before he signed any papers to actually go into the military. Like I said, AIT was our 2-year anniversary. So I can, you know, so the information that I'm going to give is pretty much going to be from the point of view of a spouse, as far as getting your ID card, driving them to AIT if they have AIT, because some MOS don't have AIT, they have something else. I'm not sure what it's called. So that is a little disclaimer that I will put out. I mean, I'm just going to give my, you know, information, like my personal experience, but it is going to be, you know, everybody's experience is different. So it may be a little bit different from the experience of like a girlfriend. Because a girlfriend would not be able to, for instance, go and get an ID card. Myself, I had an ordeal trying to get my ID card. And I will talk about that in my next video, which will be all about basic training and the wonderful nightmare that basic training was for my husband and I. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I'm going to upload this video, and I will probably turn right around and do the basic training video, because to see if I can get these videos in circulation.